Hi everyone, this is part 3 of the tips on Microsoft PowerPoint for beginners. We shall be discussing about the following. First is transition, then crop, grouping, and SmartArt. So let's start. Let's start with transition. So what is transition? Transition is actually visual effects on your presentation. These are same as animation, but for transition, it happens when you move one slide to the next slide. So how do we do this? So on your slide, you go to transition and then you choose which transition you like to put into your slide. You see, for example, for this slide, I will be selecting dissolve as the transition. We will also be putting transition on the first slide, say for example, random bars. For random bars, there are other effect options. So you can pick vertical or horizontal. Say we want horizontal. To test our transition, we can go to slideshow presentation. Okay, so that's the first transition. That's the second transition. Okay, so now we have put in some transitions on our slides, so you can do the same on slide 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now let's go to cropping. Say for example, we want an apple to look like this. So to do that, we go to insert, go to pictures, and then you select the apple, insert. Let's put that aside, and then I will crop it a little. Okay, say for example this one here, click on the image again, go to crop again, then crop the shape because I want the apple itself to be in a circular frame, okay, like this. And then I would add picture border. Let's say I would pick color white. Let's add some weight, say for example that one. And then you can just resize it. You can also add artistic effects. You can change the color and the color corrections and even the transparency of the image. Now I would add effects on it. Let's say reflection, this one. So that's it. You have a picture similar to this one. You can resize this if you want. Can you change the shape? Yes, you can. You go again to crop, then crop to shape. And then say for example you want it to be rectangular, so you can just change it if you wish to. So that's how we do the cropping. Now let's discuss about grouping. Let's go to insert and then let's go to shape and insert a shape, say a circle. Let's just change the shape fill to bright yellow and then Control D to duplicate the circle, and then you just position it here and then press again Control D. Okay. So notice that when you move one circle here, others won't be affected, right? But I want to move these circles at once. Okay, so they will be moving all together. So to do that, you press on Control and then click on the individual circles. Go to Format, then Group. Okay, so now you have a group of circles. Now to undo or to ungroup the grouping of these circles, you press on Control, Shift, and then G. So that's it. If you want to do that again, regroup them again, okay, just click on Regroup. You can duplicate this group of circles here. So we press on Control D and then position the circle at the bottom of this layer, first layer, and then Control D again. So now we have duplicated circles here. Now to group them together, press again Control, then click on the individual sets, go to Format, and then Group. So now they're grouped together. Now to ungroup this, we press on Control, Shift, and then G. Again, Control Shift G. That's uh, undoing or ungrouping our circles here. So to group them, again, you just go to click regroup. Another way to do the grouping is to highlight and pressing Control G. So say for example, we will ungroup this first. Let's ungroup, and then we will highlight the circles. Now we can press on Control G. So now this one is already grouped. Okay, so again, just highlight and press Control G. Let's discuss about SmartArt. Say for example, one of your assignments in school is to introduce the members of your family to the class. So you have typed here father, mother, sister, and brother. So you are thinking of a creative way to do this in class. So one fun thing about Microsoft PowerPoint is the use of SmartArt. Okay, so let's try one. You highlight father, mother, sister, and brother, and then you go to Insert. You see here SmartArt. You click on that. Okay, or you can also see SmartArt when you go to Home. You can see it here, this icon here. Okay. Now you will just choose which one you like. Say for example this one, horizontal bullet list. Okay. So you can change the color of this. You just pick here. You can change the layout or the style. You can also add shape. Let's say you want to add shape because you want to insert your mother, your grandfather rather, or your grandmother. Okay, like that. And if you want to add text pane, okay, let us say grandmother. Okay, so there you go. And then here you can also add grandfather. Okay. So what can we put in here? So you can actually insert their pictures if you have. So that is smart art. Another example for smart art, say this text here, vegetables and fruits. I want to put in a design to this. Say add more graphics. Say I want a hierarchy. Say this one. So now you have a smart art. If you want to change the style, you may do so. You just go here and pick the style you like. Say for example this one. You can change the color. You can also add shape. Say I'll click on this. I'll add one more shape below. And then I'll type here, let's say broccoli. And then for this one, I'll add one more also. And I'll be putting in plum. Okay. So this is another example of a smart art. And now we have come to the end of the part 3 of the tips on Microsoft PowerPoint for beginners. I hope that you have learned something from this 4, adding transitions to slides, cropping pictures or images, grouping images, and inserting smart art. Thank you once again to everyone.